Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we are unboxing two random Ninja Turtle figures from Neca. I have this Shredder, which I think is a reissue of the original one. Just like their April, they released a new one that has a better mold and just looks better all around. I actually bought this, I think, last year in the spring. I have had this for at least a half a year, if not more. I just kind of forgot about it. And then I got Uno, which I said I was going to do when the Last Ronin Re-Evolution figures came out. Uno is my favorite of the four, though I have to say my love for Uno and just Re-Evolution in general is not what it used to be now that I've read all of Re-Evolution. It's just not as good. I have Last Ronin, I have The Lost Years, and I have Re-Evolution, and Re-Evolution is easily the worst of the three. I would like to make a review of the comic at some point because I feel like it is completely okay to say something is not very good or you don't like it, but you do have to back it up. There has to be a reason. I would like to do a review on Re-Evolution at some point, but I would like to really reread them first before I do like a deep dive into why that one doesn't work like the other two do. But today we are just going to look at these figures. This Shredder box, like, I love it so much. It's so stupid. The Turtle Booers Club. Every time I read this or start shredding the news, I just hear that dun dun da 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 da. Every time. This is such a funny box. They just decided they were going to be super silly about the packaging around this time. Whereas you see, like, this is just Uno. It just says Uno. There's nothing clever. You get Uno here. You get the Last Ronin picture here that we all know. And then there's pictures of Uno with his siblings on the back. This one just has just the title. It's like a turtle episode. On the back though, this is so funny. Shredder is the president of the Turtle Booers Club. And he just says he's the president of the Turtle Booers Club. There's, you know, a list of bad guys. I don't really want to read them all. I'm just kind of showing you guys so you can read them. You can pause. And apparently there is a sinister summer softball league. But somebody really went to some great lengths for this box. And there's even art on the back, which I thought was super fun. Like, I don't really collect Shredders. I don't think I have any Shredders aside from this one, but OG Shredder just has a special place in my heart, and I thought this figure looked so good that I picked him up. But we're gonna pull him out and look at him, and then we're also gonna look at Uno. I thought I could do either one of these as a video, but I just thought opening only one figure wasn't really gonna fill up too much time, so we're gonna do them both at the same time. This one had way more plastic ties just on everything than this one, which I'm so tired of plastic ties. Every plastic tie is just an opportunity for me to scratch the figure as I try to get him out, which I kind of did on Shredder, like right here. You can barely see it. Let's see if I can get him out. Nope, he's still in there. More plastic ties. There we go. Nope, more plastic ties. So many. There he goes. I got hit. He got scratched just a little bit right there. But he, like, you can hardly tell. He took it really well, actually. Really good looking Shredder. He comes with soft goods cape. He has all the NECA joints that we're used to seeing. They're not too bad. They're not super stiff. I actually, from my last video, I had people asking like why I am trying to move these super stiff joints without soaking them in water or anything like that. If, for those who don't know, you can soak the joints in hot water or heat them up with a hairdryer or something to get them to be a little smoother. There's also lubricants that are specifically made for action figures that won't harm the paint that you can put in the joints. I like showing you guys what they are like directly out of the box. No TLC on the joints. And then if your joints aren't moving the way you would want them to, then you add the TLC, which is fairly common, that you would want to make the joints a little bit more pliable. As you can see, I can't. He's got a wrist joint, but I can't make that wrist joint move at all. I'm not sure if it's supposed to or not, or if that's just part of his hands come off. So he's so hard to hold on to. I think I might need to even heat them up to get the hands off. I hate trying to pull too hard. It makes me worry that I'm gonna break the hands. But these elbows work really nice. These are not too bad. He does have some chest articulation, not a whole lot. Nothing that like he can move, but like it doesn't necessarily feel. It kind of feels like it'll actually stay. So he has a little bit of a chest. He's got a joint right up here at the hip that kind of goes back and forth. That's about it. That's all I can turn it. I don't think it turns any more than that. Just a little bit. This is really pliant. It doesn't really, both the front and the back doesn't really get in the way. Here's his back sculpt. He looks pretty good. What fell? Oh, his... He looks so weird without this. That is so crazy. It doesn't look right at all, does it? That's funny. There goes. That pops off super easy. Holy cow. Like I would almost glue that, because you don't ever want that to come off. I can't imagine there was ever a time that you would want the helmet without this part. It looks kind of funny. This is not too bad of a material. It's not going to fray. It seems fairly resistant to wrinkling. Not bad at all. Here's the knee. These joints are actually pretty nice. The joints I was getting yelled at for moving without giving any TLC were the 2012 turtles from Neca, and they were rough. Those were rough. This shredder has actually pretty good joints. They could probably still benefit from a soak or for some heat. But he's not that bad at all. I like him. We'll see how he stands by himself here in a bit. This is everything he comes with. There were plastic ties on these to hold these down. And he didn't have any. Like these had this too, but they didn't do any of the plastic ties. They just kind of put little slits in here and little bumps, so they kind of snapped into place. But Neca makes just the funnest guns. They have so many fun weapons like this. I love them. They just look so good. Oh, and something else fell off. Wow. I'm not super happy that these things are falling off. Where does this go? Where was this supposed to go? Here? I guess that would be something else. I mean, I would almost think it was supposed to, like, roll out. I don't even know, man. But if it's not supposed to move at all, I don't think it is. If it's not supposed to move, I would also glue this in place, because that came out way too easy. And like, there's just no resistance. There's no like snap or anything to keep that in there. That's this thing doesn't have a trigger of any kind. It is still a cool gun otherwise. Like it's got all the like wires and stuff coming out. And it's been so long since I've seen this show, and I can't really watch it for too long. It's so stupid. Like the first episodes were good, but like every season just gets dumber. Like anything flies in these episodes. Here's his hat. This thing's kind of hefty. Maybe. Let's see. Fits on his head. I'm not sure what if he's wearing like his, you know, if he's got his helmet off. But maybe that's why this comes off. You take this off, and then will this? Yeah. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. That fits on his head really good, actually. But yeah, the episodes are so stupid. This whole thing with like the Turtle Booers Club, it just reminded me of an episode I did see recently. I think it's Amazon Prime just has like a 24/7 OG Ninja Turtles cartoon channel. So like you can turn it on at any time and it's just playing the original series. I don't know if they have, I think they also have the Red Sky seasons. I think it's the whole thing. They were playing an episode and it was like It's a Wonderful Life type thing. Like what would life be like without the Ninja Turtles? And Shredder had taken over the Channel 6 building, and it was just the dumbest thing. Like, why does he want the Channel 6 building if he's like, since the turtles aren't there, he like owns everything, but like he lives there. They said he lives at Channel 6, but like that's a work building. Like there's no bedrooms, there's no shower, there's no kitchen at the channel. I mean, there's a break room, but like where are you living in the Channel 6 building? And then also April and Irma were dressed as like harem girls because Bebop and Rocksteady made them dress like that. And I'm just like, 12-year-old boys wrote this whole show. Like, there were no standards. Absolutely no standards. You could write whatever you want and no one gave a shit. Absolutely no one gave a shit. There was literally, like, an episode could be as stupid as you wanted it to be, and there was nobody who was like, I don't know, that might be a little too stupid for Ninja Turtles. There's no such thing. There is some kind of book. I don't know, like, it has been so long since I have seen, other than like the first 5 episodes, there's so much OG Ninja Turtles. There's only certain episodes I'm familiar with. I'm not familiar with all of them. Here's a wad of cash. If Shredder wants to go out on the town. Oh, there's Shredder bucks. It's got his face on it. And he has the computer disc that holds the secrets. Some necklace that he probably stole. May or may not be magic, depending on which episode this is from. And then this, I'm pretty sure this is Shredder's mom. I don't know why she's computer generated. She is a haunting woman. Absolutely haunting. But anyway, that's Shredder. Here's Uno. Uno is so tiny. But he's supposed to be 15 years old in the comic. And he's just such an interesting character design. Like, his shell just is too big for him. Like, the front part goes up too high, and then the back of the shell goes up over his head. It's an interesting design, and so it's very hard to pose his head, and it's very hard to, like, he can't look up or anything. you get a very limited range of motion. Here's his face, though. And Uno actually has, like, they gave them, for whatever reason, they gave them superpowers. Uno's power is just, he can change color like a chameleon, but he can only change, but he can invert his color, so the light color goes black, and then this little stripe here goes white, which is the only one of their powers that actually makes sense to me, because reptiles can do that. Not all reptiles, but you know, there's some reptiles that can change their colors. And with him being so pale, like an albino, it would make sense that he would kind of need that extra camouflage if he's running around in the shadows. But he's just like, they are so scrawny. They are supposed to be clones of Michelangelo, and 3 out of 4 of them are so scrawny when the original turtles were just absolute. Like, they were just little tanks. Like, they were solid and full of muscle. But the little scrawny legs and stuff they just have, if you can see just how smooth these joints are. Can I get, look at that. That's some good motion. Whoops. That's some pretty good motion. You got, there's 2 joints in there, so if you finagle them, you can get like a really good range of motion with these little skinny legs, whereas like the big beefy legs, the muscles can kind of get in the way. And of course he comes with different hands, because they all do. The little kunai, he's got this cute little gaming system. Kind of adorable. He has he has a different head. He has an angrier face. And when it comes to the new generation of the turtles, they have every weapon like Michelangelo did. Like, they don't have their own signature weapons. They just carry everything with them. And they also have, when they go out, they have like an outfit that kind of disguises them so they don't look like turtles. Just like, you know, the OG turtles when they had to kind of dress up in really horrible people costumes so people wouldn't know they were turtles. Oh, okay. So it goes, this thing actually goes over his shell, kind of. You gotta have his head up as high as it'll go. You can't have it going forward. And then this will kind of go over the shell, but it really doesn't fit that well. Here's the picture. He comes with a cloak, which we'll try to open in a second. But his eyes are just supposed to peer out. And this just really does not fit that well. I was really surprised with the feel of this material. It is like silky and fun to touch, except for the edges. The edges kind of feel like they had to be heated so it wouldn't fray. But this is like a really silky material. Okay, so we put shorter front, longer back. There we go. Okay. So this is how he dresses when they go out to like fight, when they're going out with Casey Marie. But this does not stay on his head. Like, it doesn't, you would think it would snap into place, because it kind of like, it looks like it should fit around this mold a certain way, but it's just not quite doing it. It's really obnoxious. Like, it doesn't, it feels like it needs to go in further, but you can't get it to do it. It just feels like there's stuff in the way. And there is. I mean, there's this whole turtle shell. It almost feels like you would remove this turtle shell to get this on. But it does, like, it's meant to go over the turtle shell too, but you can't, there's this, go back to the drawing board a little bit. But there they are. These are the 2 I am reviewing. I'm going to stand them up real quick, see how well they stand. I don't know if it's going to work with this box. There we go. He stands pretty good. He's actually not that back heavy despite having a shell, because the shell is actually, you can see it's very flat against his back. It's instead of like going out like most of the turtle shells. So he's very light, and he seems to stand pretty good. He is leaning forward a little bit, but he's not doing too bad. His feet are pretty big and flat. So he stands pretty well, actually. Quite easy. And this is, like, this box, I should close the other side to give it a little more support, but he's doing pretty good. Let's check out Shredder. Shredder does not feel like he has the same balance. There he goes. He stands. Like, I think, yeah, there he goes. He stands pretty good. This is just kind of a flimsy, yeah, it's just a flimsy box. He stands quite well as well by himself. He is really fun. I just because I've had him in the box for so long and kind of forgot I had him, I was like, maybe I won't keep him. I'm kind of feeling the same way about either of these. I bought them so I could open them, and I thought I wanted them, but I don't know if I love either one. I think I like the Shredder more than Uno. Just because, like I said, I have a special place in my heart for OG Shredder, and I think a lot of us do. Because, you know, we've just grown up with him, and this is just a really, really good Shredder figure. I think they're both fine. They're both really good figures. It's just, you know, do you like the character? Is pretty much how I would put it. Which is how I collect. Like, if I don't like the character, I don't get the figure. But I think we'll cut it off there. Thanks for watching me unbox these two very random characters that we'll never meet in real life. And I hope to see you in the next one. Okay, bye.